This is the LearJet 31A, a 2002 model in all of its glory. I can't believe I am in front of this beauty. I've been trying to get at this plane for a minute, and this one actually belongs to a friend. I'm just gonna back up and give you a nice walk around. If you're not familiar with this model, this is actually part of the jets or private jets built by Bombardier. You can consider the LearJets as some of the entry-level aircraft. Well, when I say aircraft, really, I mean jets, okay? This is one of the most affordable private jets you can actually get your hands on because the 31A model has been built for decades now. They first introduced this particular model in the late 80s. And I can tell you right now, although prices have been crazy on just every aircraft you can think about, in the jet world, you can still find really good deals. I know a few years ago, you could have picked up an older model of the LearJet 31A just for a few $100,000. A new Cessna 172 or Cirrus would have cost more than a LearJet 31A. Of course, this is a newer model, so you're gonna be spending well over $1 million for this plane. But for what you get for this thing in performance, capabilities, I mean, this jet will go up to 51,000 feet. So this is not even your typical, or I would say light jet. This is a proper private jet because you can get it up to altitude and go places at jet speed. And so this, you're gonna be paying a little bit more, and it's a newer model. I'll get you some shots of the interior in a little bit. Let me just take my patience here. I love the color, guys. Like, you see, I can't tell if this is white or gray. It has a little charcoal in it, or maybe it's off-white. Maybe it's just dirty, but I think the base is white, and you've got some red and some black stripes there. This is one of the prettiest paint jobs I've seen on a jet. And again, this is a 2002 model, well-maintained. Matter of fact, the last annual on this aircraft was just a month ago. So it is pristine. And speaking of pristine, I will show you that interior, which is my favorite part about reviewing airplanes. By the way, you've got 2 turbofans from Honeywell, and these things will get you up to speed at over 500 miles per hour at altitude. But let's check out the interior. So I've already opened the door for you guys. So get your VIP experience here. To get in the LearJet 31A, you've got one door at the top and another at the bottom. This is typical for most private jets. You usually have to open up and then open down. So when I tell you that this aircraft is practical, I mean that. You've got sitting up to 8 people, starting with this guy right here. So here's a seat, here's a passenger seat, and look at this beautiful interior here. You've got nice couch looking seat back there, and I'll go back there to show you. You can probably seat 2 adults comfortably, or 3 small adults or children. Boom. And these are nice soft, man. These are very, very comfortable seat. Back there, you've got your baggage. It's just a bunch of stuff there. So you can seat up to 3 back here. You've got another 2, what I call executive sit-in. Okay, 2 seats here, and then another 2 facing you. And you can see more than enough ample leg room for you. But again, I want to show you that first seat first because it does come with a special feature. Nice spread sitting right here, but what's included, voila. So you can have a restroom on board, at least if you have to go really bad. But again, this is not a feature you get in a lot of private jets, especially a jet this size. Typically, you have this either up front or you have it all the way back. But with the LearJet, you have it up here. Now, I don't know how you're gonna be doing your business, with everything open, but I imagine you've got a closure here and there too. You do have some storage space, and you've got a nice screen here that shows you what's going on. Altitude, temperature, headwind, good things like that. But let me show you my favorite part of the airplane, which is the cockpit here. You have your pilot and co-pilot. Now, this is a very different cockpit that I've shown you on this channel. This is not your typical avionics, but obviously this is a jet, so you do have, it's IFR equipped. so you can fly at altitude and weather, all that good stuff. You've got your engine gauge in the middle there, okay? A lot of steam gauges, and you've got some glass. These are Bendix King from my research, okay? And then you've got your circuit breakers pretty much all over. On this side, on the co-pilot side, you've got some of your electronics switches here as well. Nice little touch in this jet is cup holders. So you've got cup holders right there and a little cubby right there. And of course, your typical yoke and rudder pedals. You do have 2 engines, so I imagine those are your throttle for the engines there. And for a private jet or any jet, you do know that you have to be type rated to fly a jet. So that is the same case for the LearJet 31A. But let's talk from the passenger's point of view. When you get a private jet, whether you're renting the plane or you own one, or you fly in a private jet because of time. That's really all a jet buys you, time. And then everything else that comes with time, right? You get those indirect benefits because these things are not your typical vehicles for everyday people. You get into a jet because you want to get somewhere fast and you want to save time and maybe put some more money in your pocket. As I said before, this plane will fly at a nice cruise speed of 520 miles per hour. So you're flying at the same speeds at the airliners. I'll take a seat here and show you from the perspective of a passenger. So here I am, guys, in the LearJet 31A. If I was flying in this baby right now, I care about the comfort. I care about how I feel, you know, when I'm in a plane, any plane. So in a jet, obviously you're being flown around. Right now I'm sitting in one of the, what I call executive seats. Again, these things are just incredibly comfortable. The cushion, very comfortable. You've got vents top of you, you've got some lights, but also at 5'10", you have some nice headroom. Again, these are not your mid-sized jets, so you do have a lower ceiling, but once you sit down, you've got enough room for you. What I love about the design of this airplane is you got to understand, like, window placement. For me, it's important. So you've got a window right next to each seat. You've got one here. If you were sitting over there, you've got a window. If you were sitting over there, you've got windows right next to you, because I think, to me, that's part of the experience, right? You're not just sitting in some cave in the back. And same thing, if you were sitting back there, the windows for you. So you're not just, you know, kind of in a box, right? And let's talk about legroom, which I love to show you guys because it's important, especially if you're sharing legroom with the person in front of you. This is me stretching my legs all the way out. If I go this way, you see how much room the next person in front of me has. And what's cool about these seats is you see that trail right there? These are trailing links, so you can move these seats, easily move them back and forth. And cool feature, this is actually standard in a lot of jets. So this is generally standard on private jets, where you have a nice mini table here. You can work while you're in flight, you can eat, you can do whatever you want. You've got this thing, and you can also fold it, okay, if you don't need all the desk, but easily foldable. Tuck back in, and it meshes right back. Neat design. I appreciate little details like that. You've got one on each side, and as I said, the legroom is plenty in this airplane. Now, if you're on the taller side, you still got a good, I would say, good 6 inches up here. But this is a proper private jet. Go the distance. You've got a good 1,200 miles in this airplane. Payload, actually, let me step out and I'll share some of the numbers with you guys. As I said, with the LearJet 31A, you can go up to 1,200 miles. Payload will depend on how much fuel you have on board. But payload in this aircraft is between 1,800 and 2,300 pounds. That's at least several adults and a bunch of baggage. So load it up and go the distance. There's been several modifications to the LearJet 31A. So if you look at the early models from the 80s, this one here is different. And you look at the design of this, then it's like a long funnel with a nice wing and nice engines attached to it. Speaking of, let's check out those wings. Again, this is no boy toy. This is a proper jet. You've got anti-icing. Let's see how much fuel this thing actually takes. Let's see here. See, 209 gallons and 406 gallons total. And keep in mind, this is Jet A. No more, no less. Jet A. Do not put any other jet fuel in your plane. Jet A, and you've got enough fuel to take you over 1,000 miles. I love this winglet design here. Serves a purpose, and you can see that edge goes all the way in. Something I found interesting actually about this jet is the wheelbase. I always look at that, okay? You can see it has a shorter wheelbase than some of the other jets that you see. Clean. As I said, this thing just went through an annual, so it's in top-notch, pristine shape. You've got flaps, ailerons, and you can see you've got some trim tabs attached as well to help you have a nice control whilst in flight. And you see the giant tail. Okay, there goes your rudders, elevators. This is a very interesting design. So you've got up there, and then got here. This is a first, honestly. This reminds me of the tail of older Bonanzas, but I've never really seen this. But all of this is taught to design in the jet to give you a nice stable platform. And one thing I forgot to mention here is you do have an exit door here. This is an exit window. So you see there it says emergency exit. Okay, in case of an emergency or fire, you got a second door out of this bad boy. Man, what a beauty. What a beauty. And this airplane is so well maintained, as you can see, and the owner has been taking care of it. And right now he is looking to sell it. Yeah, he wants to sell this beautiful bird. And so this LearJet 31A 2002 model is for sale. November 29er Juliet Charlie. Based here in Gwinnett County, Lawrenceville Airport. If you are interested or you're looking for a private jet, this one can be yours. For more details, just look in the description of the video below. I'll leave my contact there, and I'll leave some more specs of this aircraft in there, including the annual, so you can shoot me an email about that. I'll leave my email right here, actually on the screen, mike@mojogrip.net. Okay, so guys, this is my quick take on the LearJet 31A in all of its glory. Okay, who is this plane for? This is either for the private owner, somebody with shorter hops, if you want to get to places quicker, faster. In terms of your operating cost per hour, generally speaking with these planes, you're spending roughly $3,500 an hour, $3,500 for your operating costs per hour. For a jet, that's affordable for a jet. Okay, if you have any questions, please leave in the comments below. If this is your first time, don't make me ask. Make sure you subscribe to Mojo Grip. I greatly appreciate all the support, guys. Consider also becoming a premium member. As we drop these videos, your support goes a long way. Thank you so much. And more importantly, to fly one of these, you need a pilot's license. And guess what? If you are looking to become a pilot, I don't want you to just watch these videos. Make sure you check out my flight school. Look up flightacademy.com and get you a private pilot license, or get you all the way to commercial. That is lookupflightacademy.com. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Make sure you grab a t-shirt, Alpha Papa. This was created for all my great dads out there. Okay? Get you one, get dad one, get brother one. I appreciate it, guys. And I will catch you on the next video. Peace.